Hello everyone, welcome to Turtle WoW with Papa the Warlock here. Okay guys, we're going to be finishing up our leveling series with the Warlock. We just reached level 60 on the last episode, but I think that got cut off. But we did turn in a few quests, we got to level 60. Right now I'm just showing you my final talent build for our Warlock. This is just a leveling build, guys. This will not be a build. You probably don't want to raid with this build, but this is a good leveling build. I just showed you the talents there, and I'm going to go over the gear. A lot of this gear comes from dungeons, okay, elite quest and so forth. If you guys have any questions about any of the items, please send me a comment on where to get any of these items for Warlock. Now generally I try to get stamina and spell power and some spirit, but whatever good pieces I can get along the way. Blues are generally better than greens, so that's kind of what I went for.
Greetings.
Now I want to do something a little bit different for this video. We're doing a couple more quests. Today we're going to be doing a BRD run after we do some quest. This guy here is actually called Mesro Bloodbringer, and Morzul. Yeah, you could get this quest starts from Orgrimmar, and I believe this quest is for the Warlock Dread Steam out. But anyways, guys, I want to talk about my leveling journey with this character and making the videos. And so I've been this is my 65th video creating videos for you guys. Now in the beginning I was kind of doing raw gameplay. I just uploaded raw gameplay straight to YouTube, and I believe I did that for the first 55 videos or so, and then the last 10 maybe or so videos I started editing more. As you can see, I'm kind of cutting out some of the parts, so I've been spending a lot more time doing these. So basically, you know, in the beginning I was like just doing a couple hours of gameplay and then uploading. But then I started editing. But honestly, I've seen some improvement in my channel. I've gotten subscribers, but it's like very important for me to get feedback and likes, because it's hard to be motivated to spend time doing this content and not only getting, you know, less than 100 views on some of the videos. So kind of, you know, it kind of hurts a little bit. Because I've been spending a lot of time, and I'm really passionate about making videos, and you know, I like this game, but you know, it's kind of hard. I think it's a really niche thing, you know, like I want people to at least like the video if you watched it, because I'm a small creator for Turtle WoW, so it's a very niche content. Anyways, guys, I just want to let you know, like, I'm thinking about doing another character leveling series, but only if I get about 10 likes or more. It's got to be at least 10 likes, guys. I need that, because if not, I don't think I'm going to be doing another series of videos, or if I do, it's going to be just raw gameplay, because editing and adding voiceover takes a lot of time. It's not that easy for me to do. I have other interests I want to do, and maybe other types of videos that I want to do, but I do enjoy this game. You know, I do enjoy bringing you content and maybe answering questions or just making guides. You know, I'm thinking about making a Warlock guide, but if you watched my videos on Warlock leveling, you kind of know how I play. So my guide will be basically that, and you know, maybe I can collaborate with some other Warlock players on some other things, maybe on the rating side and leveling, you know, talk to others. As I'm not a Warlock main player, you know, I play Druid, but I feel pretty comfortable playing this class. I've played it for, you know, if you look at the end of the video, it'll be my time played. I think it's about 8 days played, maybe. If you don't count the level 60 stuff, like just the level 60, maybe it's like 7 hours and 7 days and 16 hours or something like that. But like I said, I wasn't speed leveling. I was leveling up my professions. I wasn't doing the optimal speed of the leveling. You know, I wasn't like just grinding mobs. I was questing. I did over 800 quests. So that's kind of like the playthrough I like to do. You know, take my time and do quests and do the variety of content. You see me tackle regular quests. You know, I've done the elite quest. I've soloed some of it. I've done some dungeons. I did a lot of dungeon quests. You know, I did a variety of content. Yeah. So, like I said, I like making this videos and I like doing this for you guys, but it's really hard, you know, when you don't get the engagement you're looking for. And I was kind of looking for, you know, 10 likes on a video would really motivate me, honestly. You know, it's really hard, you know, because I'm not doing it for money. I don't think I'll ever make $1 doing this videos, guys. So all I ask is like you at least like it and comment if you have time. Just liking, it just presses a button. You know, you can subscribe if you want to see more. But yeah, I have gotten some subscribers, but like I said, you know, I wish I had a little more likes on the videos. It would just show me what I'm doing right and wrong, and you know, at least have a feedback loop here. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to say that I just kind of wanted to speak my mind a little bit on the game, the state of the game. I think overall, and also the state of the game is pretty good, guys. And now we're playing on a big server, so when I first started playing Turtle WoW, actually the server only had like 300 people, you know. And you know, with all small servers or small groups of people, you have a more tight-knit community of people. You know, right now I don't really see that as much. You know, it's kind of a big server, so you don't really see that as much. And also, you know, a lot of the guilds that are just playing, they're kind of raiding. They're just raiding guilds. You know, I like the social aspect of the game too. So, you know, it's good. It also takes a lot of time, guys. And I am getting a little bit older. You know, I need to switch up my priorities a little bit. But I still, you know, have joy and passion for making videos. But yeah, along the journey, I've learned how to do some editing, like some of these clips. I learned how to voiceover, there's other things I want to learn too. I want to add more graphics and more sound effects, but honestly, for a video that if it only gets 100 views, you know, when you put like 2 days or 3 days of effort and you get 100 views, guys, or you put 7 hours and you get 10 views, it's a really discouraging kind of thing, you know. It shows me that like my effort's not really worth it, you know. And passion alone is not going to sustain me, you know. I actually need to see something more than that, you know. Because like I said, I don't think I'm going to make money, but at least I want, you know, people to be engaged at least a little bit, you know. But thank you for everybody that subscribed and liked my videos. I know there's a few out there, and I do appreciate those people that have done that and that they enjoyed it. Yeah. Anyways, I'm looking for this person here, this Shiny. So that's what I'm doing right now. There's a quest to find this person's remains. And actually, at the end of the quest, this one gives you a nice little ring. But first, we have to go find this guy named Cromcoal. We gotta kill him. He's not actually up here. He's gonna be on the other side of the mountain. There's another cave in this mountain. It's on the other side. It's not there. But I gotta first fight my way there, of course. Yeah, I'm just doing a couple of quests before I do my Blackrock Depths run. I think two more quests to do. This one and maybe no, I think this is it pretty much. Yeah. At least this one gives a decent reward. It gives a 10 stamina ring. It's nothing special, but it's actually pretty good for Warlocks to get it. Yeah, this area actually has ogres, and these guys can drop a variety of stuff like rune cloth and things like that. Yeah, so I've been doing a lot of thinking about my next video. Yeah, like I see pretty much people just want like guides, you know, like about the game. You know, I feel like there's really not a lot of depth, you know, like I'll see a guide and it's pretty much the same information, you know. Everybody has similar information, so I was like thinking, why would I make it? You know, if everybody has the same kind of information. And I think the community is not, they don't really critically think that much, you know. They'll take for example, like if I show my talent build, people are gonna take a shit on it, you know. Instead of watching how I played the talent build, they'll take a shit on it, you know, or things like that. And people just want to have like their own myopic view, and anything that anyone says, else says a different opinion, it's like totally wrong. It's like, you know, I'll see people that are like, oh yeah, this is the best build, but they're like, they don't know why, or they don't understand what they're doing, you know. Like I see that a whole lot. Like people don't understand why it's the best build, you know. It's like they take advice from people that don't, they take advice from somebody else who took advice from somebody else. Like it's like secondhand information, right? It's like when I made this build, I don't know if it's the best, but it's like every choice I made was logical in my thought process, right? Like I didn't have like a set build that I was gonna do, because obviously this server is like new, like the talents are new. It's not the same as classic, so you know, I'm gonna do whatever build I think it works for me, you know. Like for example, this Warlock, he doesn't have a pet out and he's doing a different build. Like, but who am I to say that his build is not good as my build, you know? It's like, you know, you'll know when you evaluate, when you're playing with somebody for a while, you'll see, okay, this guy, his build is not good, but like, what's the metric of good, you know? That's what I'm saying. Like, is it fun? Like maybe the guy has, we're talking about good as effective or good isn't fun, you know. Like people play the game for like, I think there needs to be a distinction too. Like, okay, what's actually good in the most logical sense, and what's actually fun for people. You know, I could have made a different build. I could have played just all affliction build, you know, would have been as good. Like maybe, you know, I don't know, but obviously my first choice wasn't to go that direction, but it could be better. Like I said, you know, like that's why, you know, people need to have a logical discussion. It's like, and take advice from people that actually know what they're doing, you know. if you want to just go by effectiveness, you know, like I've seen all sorts of different Warlock. I've seen a affliction build. It looked pretty good for him, you know. Like who knows? Like who knows if it's, you know, good for him or not good, or you know. I think people just need to be open-minded to you know, that information there. Anyways, that's kind of how I like. You know, I'm gonna ask like, how do I play Warlock? But like, you know, if I'm trying to raid with, like for example, if I'm trying to raid with this character and the Warlock's not a good player, like I can just tell he's not that good, I'm not gonna, you know, maybe I won't take his build. But like if I see someone who is actually very knowledgeable about the class and knows how to play, you know, that's the guy that should be giving advice for like, okay, what's the best, you know. I think everybody has like their own bias. It's like, yeah. I also see that in the discords, like people giving advice. Like, well, I'm a druid player, So I've seen all these people give advice, but who knows who they are? You know, it's like, you know, are you actually playing the class, or are you just like parroting, or are you just like theory crafting? You know. Anyways, that's just kind of like, I know everybody, it's like free speech, and everybody has a voice, you know. I don't really mind that, you know. It's just like people like shit talking, you know. I think there might be a little bit too much of that going on. Yeah, I'm not trying. That's kind of the one thing I dislike about WoW is like, sometimes the community can be like that. Now, during leveling, you won't face a lot of that because I think the leveling part of the game things don't need to be min-maxed, you know? Your gameplay, your talent, your gear, it could be a lot more free and flexible. You don't have to play the exact build that everybody plays. You can experiment, and I encourage everybody to do that. Honestly, if you're leveling, don't follow leveling guides. Just, you know, play the game and choose the gear and the talents how you think will be best fit for you. And when you get to rating, like, you know, obviously rating's a different thing because you're kind of more or less specializing in a certain role, you know, more so in 40-man raids, right? You know, you got ZG. Like, I could take this build into ZG and do okay. Like, this same exact talent build, I could take it into Karazhan 10 and do good and do well. Like, I know that. Like, I don't have to change a damn thing about this build. Like, but if I'm gonna play, you know, Blackwing Lair, for example, well, this build's probably not the best. I know that. You know, there's other builds that can do more, like, because you're gonna be focusing more on damage, like single target damage. But if you got, you know, 10-man raids, you can do a little more utility builds. You know, they'll work, right? Oh, and here actually, I did take off my gear. Okay, the reason I'm gonna stop talking about the general stuff, but here I'm gonna take off my gear because I'm trying to get the quest for BRD. This quest is actually for the BRD key. So you have to take off your gear. You have to die. I just died right here, right outside of that room, right where the chain is. You see the chain? I'm intentionally dying here. Now I'm trying to get to the ledge, so when I die, I can actually resurrect right there. So perfect, good enough. So I'm gonna walk back, and now here's the room here. You gotta talk to this guy. It's called Dark Iron Legacy. You need to be a ghost to be able to get the quest. So that's kind of why I took off my gear, jumped into lava, and died intentionally, just so I could talk to him. Now I have the quest. Yeah, you have to click it twice. Yeah, and you gotta slay this guy named Finest Darkfire. He's gonna be in BRD. BRD is Blackrock Depths, if you didn't know. There's a dungeon right here. And to get the Shadowforge key. The Shadowforge key allows you to skip a lot of the dungeon or take a different path entirely. So I'll be trying to get that key. And along the way, I'm doing this quest called Kill on Sight. This Kill on Sight is for the Dark Iron Dwarves. I just need to kill some of these dwarves. I'm killing these Overseers and Wardens. This guy's not part of the quest, but I actually need to get by him, so I'm killing him. I don't want to pull him and, yeah, whatever, you know. But anyways, yeah, guys, so, you know, I was talking about the builds or just general attitude of the game. I think people are generally helpful, but they have their own, like, they have their own biases, you know, which is like, I think that's a part of human nature. You know, for example, the way I think about WoW is a lot different than other people. For example, like, you know, when I played a Warrior Classic one time, and, you know, I don't claim to be a good warrior player. You know, I play a warrior like I play a feral druid, to be honest. I play every class like I'm a druid. You know, it's pretty funny because I knew people who are warrior mains and they went to the druid class and they played the druid like a warrior. So I play other classes like a druid plays. I think I play Warlock like a Druid to play a Warlock. I have a hybrid build, and I like to use my utility a lot. I like to use all my spells like a Druid does. So yeah, people have their, like, when I was leveling a warrior though, I knew this. I wasn't a good warrior player, but like if I wanted to get better, I knew people that were really good. Like on this server, there was a guy. And it's funny because I find the best players actually be the most humble, and the people that don't know what they're talking about, they're the most outspoken, which I kind of find that weird because it's funny because I was playing with this guy, and he was like one of the best tanks on the server. He was a speedrunner, 99 parser, and everything. And I would like go to him, ask questions, say, hey, what's your gear like? What do you do here and here? And like he'd always answer the questions, like straight up answer the questions for me. He's a good friend. He would actually he would tank any of my dungeons if I asked him. Of course, I gave him some gold, but that's for appreciation, right? But yeah, guys, I think humility goes a long way. I see a lot of people that are not humble. They think they know everything, and I don't claim to know everything either, guys. About making videos or about playing classes or about what's the best way, but I think that's the game will go a lot further if people are just more humble and helpful, especially to new players. Because this game is actually, it's kind of hard to get into, as a new player. It's not like, you can pick it up and just go, like, I have my girlfriend and me, we were playing together. We have like 2 videos, the game is, she didn't like the game, because it's boring to her. But I think it was also hard, but she was picking up things I was telling her, and actually she was playing Warrior, and when I told her, I said, hey, that's kind of one of the hardest classes to actually play, and you're doing okay, that was something to see, but I think for new players it's really hard to break into and meet people, and it's really cool when you meet people in the game. I actually met a lot of cool people leveling on this character. I have some on my friends list that I made, but of course, people level at different speeds, and I didn't level this character, at a really fast speed. I kind of took my time with it. Yeah, I played every few days, and I started editing these videos more and more. Yeah, so that took more of my time, and I've been doing some other things, but yeah, that's kind of why I had this kind of discussion about the future of my channel. Like, I would love to, because I would like to make interesting stuff that people want to watch, not just like, I put like 2 days worth of work and I get 100 views. Like, I can't do that, You know what I mean? We got to think practically here, guys. Like, in a way. Yeah. And also, like, I'm always willing to help people. Like, I kind of made this so I could actually be part of the community and maybe help some new players, because I feel like that's what the game needs. It needs new players, people that are, it's a very old game, guys. It's 20 years old. There's people that are, I know a lot of you guys have been playing this game for 20 years, and like every detail about vanilla World of Warcraft. Like, you guys know everything, right? So, like, there's really nothing to teach you, right, or talk to you about. It's like, how often do you like get out of your echo chamber and maybe help a new player out or something, or yeah. I think that's kind of the whole idea of the game. I think it's a lot more fun that way, and especially it was that way in the beginning when there's like 300 players, but obviously I can't really complain because that's just the way human nature works. Like, if you go to Blizzard, for example, I'll play retail, right? And you can play the whole game without saying anything to another player. You can play the game single player if you want. They made... Now, people always bad talk Blizzard, right? Oh, Blizzard sucks. But they made the game the way it is for a reason. They took out the loot master. For example, they took out loot master for a reason, guys. Like, in most of the content, like you can run a random look for raid, or normal raid, or you can run a mythic plus dungeon, or something like that, and you're not gonna have reserve loot. I see on this game, it pisses me off, like this right here, hard reserved. I don't like that, guys. I think it's stupid because it's not in the spirit of the game. It to me, I hate to be controversial, but I think they should ban this hard reserve from world chat, because it takes the experience away from the game. Like, you might as well have, honestly, personal loot at this point. If this is going to be the case, like, actually, for me it's a lot more fun when my friend gets really good loot. Like, I don't even care. Sometimes I'll get good loot, but like for me, it's like, oh, I know, like, my friend is a priest and he's been healing me for a long time, and he gets the rejuvenating gem, or like our guild master, he's been tanking every raid, doing amazing job raid leading, he gets a Thunder Fury, like, but there's no joy in like hard reserving. There's no fun in it. It's like, it's just competitiveness. You're like, oh yeah, let me just get the item. I just think that it turns the game into a selfish, like, there needs to be a check on human nature, guys. People are selfish by nature, and being selfish is not always fun, especially for a new player. Now, I've never done a hard reserve dungeon before. I've never advertised it. I've never had a rule for it. That's the reason, guys, why I've never done it, is because I believe it takes away from the game. It's kind of like watching basketball. You watch a player dribble the ball 20 feet and then for 10 seconds and just jack up a three. Just imagine if every player did that. Just imagine if every group was a hard reserve group in this game. Like, every single group had hard reserves in Turtle WoW. Like, is that a good thing? Like, think about it, guys, like, for a second. Will it extend to leveling? Like, let's say, we're running a Ragefire Chasm and they have like something reserved from there, or they have something reserved from Scarlet Monastery, the axe or something, whatever, guys. It doesn't matter what item it is. Like, what if we just did that for everything? What do you think? You think it'd be good? I'm asking a Turtle WoW does this too. You think it'd be good for the new player to see, oh yeah, it's like, here you go, you worked hard, but you didn't get a chance to roll on it. I don't know. Honestly, guys, and in this run too, I passed on loot that I could have used, but, like, for example, I believe in Crescent Grove there was a staff that was like a really good priest staff. I could have used it. It was a slight upgrade for me, but like, the guy was doing an amazing job healing. It's like, why not reward that person? Why not pass it to someone who really could have used that? And you'll see on this Blackrock Depths run, okay, there's nothing reserved, guys. No Savage Gladiator Chain reserved. No Hodge reserved. No Iron Foe reserved. Okay? Actually, I've gotten Iron Foe on a character when they actually gave it to me because I was tanking. I worked hard, and they let me have it. Like, everybody let me have it. Nobody rolled on it. Not in this game, but on Classic WoW. That felt great because I felt like people gave it to me because I earned it, and it felt good for people to actually give me the gear. It's like, I've done the same for others. Like, you'll see on this Blackrock Depths run that a really, really good item drops, guys. It's not like, yeah, you'll see what happens in this group, I was actually happy for this person to get the item. Yeah, but I feel like that's what the game is about, but yeah, I don't see that as much anymore. And I believe that's why ultimately like Blizzard and their game kind of took away the master loot, you know, because think about it, from a logistical point of view. Okay, this company has to deal with like all the loot drama, right? They'll get tickets and tickets of loot drama, and they have to moderate human behavior, people who probably are, for better words, not so good people. They have to deal with them, it's like, and I'm sure even on Turtle WoW, I'm sure even the developers don't want to deal with loot drama anymore. They probably refuse to even intervene. Like back in the day, I remember in this server, they would actually, if they made a mistake, like let's say somebody, let's say the loot master gave the item to the wrong person by mistake, and the two people, oh yeah, they, let's write a ticket. The GMs would fix that. Now, what do they do when so many people had that issue? They made that automatic thing where you can trade it. They don't want to deal with that crap, guys. Like, if it was a small server, they would still deal with it. Like, and it's actually like, think about it from perspective. It probably feels better for a game master to fix an issue. Like, I think that players would rather ticket them because it's just like, two people agree with it, and I'm like, oh yeah, we'll give the loot to this person. It was given by mistake. That's actually happened to me. So I believe they gave me an item, like the loot master gave me an item, and I ticketed the GM and said, oh, he gave me the item by mistake. It should have went to this person. After the raid, they transferred the item to the other person after the raid was over. They don't do that anymore, guys. They say it's tough luck now, but that's just the guys. It's all, I believe it really is the community that's like driving this issue. It's not the developers, because think about it from a developer point of view. They're gonna make the game based on the people that play it, human nature. They can't change people. So it has to be up to us to make a better game. If you guys want to see changes in the game, but I think the current status quo is now a lot of the game has changed. Now I'm not saying it's like Blizzard, because it's not. But there is power creep in the game. Characters have gotten stronger, and so that's probably why they made that raid. The new character raid is actually pretty tough, so they have to make it really difficult. They can't make it a face roll content because the power creep is so high. It'd be a joke. There's got to be something to aim for here. All right, so we're going to. We got a group. So what's interesting about this group here is that we have two druids. So we have a druid tank and a druid healer. Now, when you're playing a druid healer, now there's a couple negatives. The biggest negative about playing a druid healer is that you have no out of combat resurrection spell. So if any of us die, we do have two battle reses, so we can use two resurrection spells in 30 minute span. And also the run back from Thorium Point, which is on the other side of the map, to here, the Blackrock Depths. It's about a 5-minute walk back. So yeah, a death is very costly on time. We want to avoid that. So now, with any dungeon run that I'm doing, I'm pretty much going to play safe starting out. So we don't know how others play. Now, we're trying to play off of other people. Okay, so he's going in. Yeah, first he's going to get these two mobs. Okay, so right away, a mob gets sleep, but that's okay, guys. Like, I think this is fine because, he actually charged back. Okay. So, we see that the tank has, he's aware of you know, what's going on, which is good. Yeah, so hopefully we can gel together. Now, always in the beginning, see right there, he multi-shots. The hunter multi-shots right there, but all the enemies are sticking on the tank, so he's actually doing good threat because of that. So that's good. Now this area is a little bit dangerous because it can chain pull. 3 pack. We could probably take 2 packs of enemies, but the 3rd pack might be a little tough. Yeah, right there he multi-shots. I probably wouldn't go for the. It's okay because it was not that hard, but yeah. Druid can do pretty good aggro with 3 targets. You spam swipe a lot as a druid. That's a little bit different than on classic, because classic swipe does not do as much threat as it does here. So yeah, so right there, see how that enemy was hitting that druid? He almost went down. The tank, that's your job as a tank, by the way, is to taunt off the healer. Yeah, that was a really close one. And now I kind of hellfired so I can kind of get aggro. I know it sounds weird, but I saw that the healer is getting aggro. Now it's hard to hold aggro on that many targets. The healer is gonna get aggro a lot of the time, especially if he starts healing a lot. And I know druid healers can pull a lot of threat. So yeah, and I'm also aware that I have my Voidwalker sacrifice. So I'm usually, even if I'm low, I'm not in dire danger just yet. Until I blow my bubble, my sacrifice. Then if I blow my bubble and I'm still dying, then it's bad. So here, yeah, we pull the double. There's a double pull. Yeah. So far he has all the targets, which is good. Now here I could go for the Hellfire, and I maybe should, but and I think I pulled that one. Yeah, that one's on me, guys. I should have watched my positioning a bit better. Yeah, now I think it's time for the Hellfire. I probably could have done it a little bit sooner. Yeah, because I need to put out more damage. We're doing okay. Yeah, I'm gonna start ramping up my Hellfire usage, and also I don't want to be too taxing on the healer, but I realize I need probably to do a little more damage, but it's okay, you know. And as you can see, I actually got some oranges and Orgrimmar, so I can at least eat and drink between pulls. So that's always a good sign. Actually, as a warlock, you kind of don't want to rely on the healer to heal you. Now, I've been very fortunate. So right here, I get a rejuvenation. I've been really fortunate to get good groups. The healer has been topping me off in every group. So I do have to say that's really been good. And actually here, yeah, I need to be hellfiring right now. Yeah, go in there. Yeah, in the beginning I tend to go, and actually this guy, the warden has a shield bash, and the shield bash can actually take you out of hellfire. It could interrupt your channel. Yeah, that kind of sucks. That's a really shitty thing that can happen. Yeah, I gotta make sure that the warden is not gonna hit me out of it. Also, I have the intensity talent. I took 2 points in that. That was my last 2 talent points, and the reason is for this dungeon run. I'm going to be hellfiring quite a bit, and that talent allows me to be able to hellfire with that, and also if I'm getting hit by that dog right there, it's not going to interrupt my channel. See, he's hitting me, but a lot of the hits aren't interrupting me, so I want to get the full channel off, and all the enemies go down. there's another warden. That's the guy that can actually shield bash me. He shield bashes that Voidwalker. Now that other warden is running. So I noticed here that the bear, this hunter plays defensive with the pet. So if the pet charges, for example, the healer or you know, the hunter himself, put the bear. Now, see, he put that bear on that guy. He was hitting me, but he put the bear on him. So we're playing pretty well together so far, I think. Yeah. We're doing pretty good. We pulled a little bit aggressive. Not too bad, not too much. Yeah, so the big weakness of our group would be if we're gonna die. So we don't have a res, so we have to be very mindful of that. And here we go, we got another pull. We got it. I sent my Voidwalker in. I should be the warden should be the one I need to look at. There's two wardens here. Here I put my dots on all the enemies. It's a little bit safer to get my damage ramping up. Now I unleash Hellfire. Yeah, see, now we're cooking. We're cooking them now. There we go. Got him. Yeah. Yeah, I think here. Yeah, you kind of want to ease into what you're gonna do. So I think we're getting used to it. It usually takes maybe, in my experience, it takes maybe like 10-15 minutes, maybe the most. But it takes a little bit of time for us to get chemistry, you know. See here, we're starting to, yeah, that dog got away. I could have actually used Curse of Recklessness. Yeah, that's kind of where I could have made a different play there. I could have used the Recklessness on that dog and he wouldn't have ran. It's just things like that. You always have to look back. And now see, I noticed right here that I'm getting a regrowth from the druid, so that is huge for me. Like I know that once I see that, he's gonna, yeah, if you have a healer healing you, as a DPS player, actually focusing, giving you actual heals, it gives you a lot more confidence into what you're doing, you know? I think the group needs my damage output, so I'm gonna try to do that. Not stress the healer out too much. Yeah, see, he's actually gave me another rejuvenation. And also when you get that, oh look, I got this kinetic Amis. That's a little bit of an upgrade, so I'm gonna need that. It has some stamina on it. Actually, I need the stamina. I need that stamina to live. Okay, so here I'm gonna just put. Yeah, I probably could have put. Yeah. I should have went to Hellfire a lot quicker than what I did there. Yeah, I could have put Corruption on those guys and just went straight into it, or maybe even just went straight into it. Yeah, I equipped that shoulder. That's pretty nice. It's a slight upgrade, but more spell power and actually a little more health too. So now here, I'm gonna run in between. Try to get to the right position. Try to make sure I hit them all. Yeah. I'm not too worried if one elite is hitting me, actually. And the tank right there, he taunted, which is good. Yeah, you can see the output. Warlock can do really good AoE damage. That's kind of why I'm here, you know, to do that. It's one of my jobs. Okay, and now in this dungeon we also have fire elementals. You can't actually damage them with fire spells, so you're only limited to using shadow abilities. And there's quite a few fire elementals in here in different areas. Yeah, here there's a guy named the medic. He's the he's the Angerfort and Andal Page medic, whatever it's called. It's a guy healing in the back, basically. You have to yeah, here I'm not playing the pack right. I'm kind of messing up. I did do a lot. I got 2 enemies on me. See, now here I sack, and I'm gonna use Death Coil to get health back. I still have 1 on me, but see the pet. That pet is tanking, and the rogue is actually killing that enemy, so he's helping me too. And I was able to sack and fell dom another Voidwalker, so I'm safe now. I have the Voidwalker up, but he did pull another pack, so yeah. I think here I should be focusing. Yeah, he puts a skull on the medic, so maybe I'll. Yeah, that's it. He actually runs. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You know what? Actually, now because there was a change for the Druid class, you can shift forms a lot faster now. So that probably actually saved his life, where he's able to go from bear to cat and use dash and get away. He probably got saved by doing that. So that was good. Yeah, I need to be focusing enemies down. Yeah. Yeah, he did a double pull. He pulled the other pack. I believe it looked intentional, but we're kind of lucky we didn't wipe there, because actually those 2 packs together, those can wipe a group pretty easily. Those are pretty tough. Okay, here we're gonna go in. We're gonna do maximum damage to everything. Yeah, just. I think I got the full channel off there, most of it. Yeah, that means I'm gonna have a lot of aggro, but I'm okay. I sack it again. Now I use the dynamite I got from a quest. I was like, when am I gonna use that? So I used it right there to do some damage to all 3 enemies right there. And here I go for the burst down. And go to the next pack. Yeah, so far nobody has died, so that's good. We've come close a couple times. We have a lot of close calls here. But we actually didn't die at all, which is good here. Yeah, now I'm gonna go in for the Hellfire again. Yeah, these enemies are very annoying. The soldiers and Ambo Forge soldiers. Yeah, they're like paladins. Yeah, these ammo raid officers, they can actually shield too. Yeah, they're very annoying. They're like paladin enemies. Yeah, I believe these trash is probably the hardest trash in the game. I mean, not in this dungeon, not the game. I think this trash is really tough trash, just because of the abilities that they have. The healing, the shields, and there's a lot of fire elementals. This is a very dangerous part of the dungeon. Yeah, so you just gotta play a little bit careful. Now you'll see the patrols. You gotta be very careful not to pull those 2 packs together. Now if that happens, we do have AoE fear called Howl of Terror. You got to be very careful when you use that, because it'll fear all the enemies that go in random directions, but it can actually be good to use if you're able to not aggro the other packs. It relieves a lot of pressure. The enemies are not attacking while they're feared, so that's a good. Okay, now we're changing our tactic a little bit. We burst down that first medic. See there? We used our Shadow Burn to burst down the first guy. And he's marking the 2 medics, so when the tank does that, when he marked those, I made sure to focus the 2 enemies that he said to do. So I focused. You know, you kind of want to work with your tank. You know, if he marks the targets, try to kill the targets. Prioritize those targets that he marked. Yeah, he does that for a reason. He wants those 2 dead, and also he's putting a lot more threat into those targets. Okay, his officer. I don't even know why I'm using Drain Life on for no reason. Yeah. He's not moving. It's so weird. He just stands there. Yeah, he can heal himself and he can bubble. That is so annoying. There we go. We killed him. Yeah, we're gonna eat, drink, and we're gonna go to the next boss. The next boss is this giant golem, fire golem. Yeah, we're gonna kill this pack first before we do that. Now he marked the medics again. Let's see. Did he mark them? Yeah, he marked this first one. So we're using Soulfire here. Yeah. And we're trying to kill the second one. Now I see the Druid is taking a lot of damage, so I'm gonna try to kill the rest of them really quick. Go in and Hellfire. Put maximum damage on everything. And that one's getting away. He charges it. Good. Wanted it. Cool, we got. Yeah, this guy dropped in Imperial Red Robe. Yeah, I think we. I don't know if we're. Yeah, we're gonna kill the next pack. He's putting marks on it. Again, he put a mark on the medic. Let's see if I do the right play or not. I sent my Voidwalker in a little late. Yeah, here. Yeah, I'm going for the Soulfire now. I probably. Yeah, I probably could have just went for Shadow Bolts into a Shadow Burn right there. Because he died really, really fast. He died faster than I thought he would. Yeah, I'm putting Curse of Agony on everything, and I'm going for the Hellfire again. Yeah, the guy. Yeah, he shielded and he bubbled. That's fine. There's nothing you can really do about that. Yeah, there I have a guy on me, but it's okay. If you have a guy on you, if you have your Voidwalker out, I knew he wasn't gonna get off me, so I just used that just to be safe because he can crit me a couple times and I'll die there. Okay, so we're gonna be fighting this next boss right here. Yeah, so far the dungeon run's going pretty well, I think. Yeah. Yeah, our task is to help out as much as possible, do as much damage. I'm checking this guy's gear. He has Devil Sword too. Yeah, so threat's really not an issue right now. He's doing good threat. Yeah, here and this guy is spawning oozes. So I put my Voidwalker on the ooze to get threat on it, or to try to tank some of him. Yeah. Yeah, here I go for I'm Hellfiring, but they're immune. I don't know why I did that. Oh, the Golem went on me because my dots are ticking on it. Yeah. So here the only thing I can really do is put shadow spells into him. So I'm spreading corruption on him. Drain life a little bit. I could use Drain Soul also. But yeah, I'm low on mana too. And we got this item called Sasha the Burning Heart. It's a 10 stam, 10 intellect, 10 spirit. Really nice base stats for that. I need that. And I think I'm going to actually equip it because I'm doing a lot of fire damage this run anyway. So I think overall it's going to be better. So I do equip that one. It's pretty nice. There's other belts that are better, but right now I'm just going to use that. Yeah, here we're going towards the arena now area. Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot of dots. Yeah, he's trying to take it off me. Yeah, actually my Voidwalker got it. My Voidwalker's been tanking a lot of damage. He's down to 600 health. Yeah, he's been absorbing. Yeah, and here I go for the sacrifice. It was not a bad thing to do because whenever you Hellfire, your shield would absorb that. And I had Fell Domination up, so I just resummoned it anyway. No big deal. Yeah, a runner got him with a Shadow Burn. Yeah, that's a little bit of scramble, but we got it. Yeah, I think from here the dungeon is not that hard from here, because in the beginning we just learning how to play. I think everybody's kind of playing how they're gonna play. I'm gonna Hellfire now. I got 2 of them on me, which is fine. Not a big. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of support. I'm getting those heals from the druid. Huge heals. Yeah, druid with the warlock is nice. The hots actually are very good for me. Any heals are good for me, but I've gotten a lot. I've only had to maybe sit and drink 2 times already, not too many. Here I'm gonna go for a big burst, and I rip it. That's okay. He taunts it off anyway. Yeah. I'm playing more aggressive now. I see that the tank and the healer, they're trying to help me. Like, I could tell what I'm doing is okay. You know, they haven't said anything. They haven't said don't do that, or they haven't communicated to me in any way that I'm doing the wrong thing. So I'm going to continue doing what I think I should be doing here. Is I know that my AoE damage is needed, and they let me do it, and they want me to do it. So go back in, boom, hit it again. Yeah, now that's the bad thing, that the fire elemental is immune to my Hellfire, but I'm hitting everything else. Maybe I should be focusing on the elemental first, then going for the rest. Yeah. Okay, we finished our quest for the Essence of Elements. That's good. We're almost done with the other quest, Kill on Sight Dwarven Dwarves. Yeah. Here I try to get corruption on most of the enemies. Yeah, it's a little bit of difference. If you're playing with, if you watch my last dungeon run, I played with the Paladin tank, who was very geared. So he just did a lot of AoE threat. With the Druid tank, it's harder to do good AoE threat. You gotta tap target a lot more. Just takes more. Takes more skill, to be honest. I think you gotta tab a lot, you know. So you gotta give them maybe a little more time, but Here I feel very okay to go and Hellfire very quickly. Especially here. I should be doing it here. I see that everybody's taking damage. I need to go in. Now. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I got hit with that shield bash. That really sucks. I hate that so much. Yeah. But that's good. My Voidwalker is absorbing a lot of damage, which is nice. It takes the strain off the healer mana, and I can health funnel it back up, which is it's always good to do. Yeah. Yeah, he's actually he's actually staying with me. The healer is staying with me. He's not moving up. It's pretty cool. Like, okay, now we're gonna fight this next boss. Yeah. What's his name? I don't know his name. I think it's we'll find out right here what his name is. Yeah, Huntsmaster. His name is Huntsmaster. Okay, this is our part where we come in and we do our thing right here. We unleash hell on. Right here, this pack is the reason I took that talent, because I knew I was gonna get these big AoE packs. Yeah, Huntsmaster Grebnar, I believe that's his name. Yeah, we took him down. Yeah, we did a ton of damage there. We just melted him. I was pretty satisfied with that. It feels good. And dropped the rifle. Nobody needed that rifle, I guess. Alright, now we're going to go to the arena. Now, the arena is an event. So the first part of the event is we talk to that dwarf in the corner. You can see a dwarf NPC. We talk to him, and he does a dialogue. Yeah. So, first I'm going to put Soulstone on my healer. Yeah, so we're gonna talk to the dwarf, and on the right side the ads come out, and we gotta kill the ads. They're not too hard. Actually, I give the tank a hellstone. Yeah, I should have did that earlier, but we moved so fast. Yeah, they only have 2,000 health. So these here I put dots. This is a mistake. Yeah, I should just be doing that. Problem is I didn't really know how strong these were. I totally forgot. They're not that strong. I need to be going in. They do a poison attack, but these snakes aren't a big deal. Yeah, now I go in. And the next part is there's a boss that comes out. This guy is called Gorash the Devrish. This one drops a really good chest. It's called Savage Gladiator Chain. It gives it's a mail chest. It gives some attack power and it gives crit. I don't know the exact amounts of each stat. We'll see. We'll see what the stats are right now. Ooh, we actually got the drop. That was amazing. And the hunter got it. I passed on it. Yeah, Savage Gladiator Chain. See? I passed on it. Nobody. It's funny because nobody else actually needed it. You know. That's kind of cool. That dropped. We weren't even farming for it either. It's pretty neat. Yeah, that'll help out his damage, of course. That's the thing I like, guys. I see all these hard reserve runs for this item. You know. I got this item on different characters. Not even reserving it. Just got it. Yeah, I get it, guys. It's like people don't want to spend runs and runs farming for the gear. You know, I get that, but like, you know, I think another, you know, for me, I wouldn't even pre-biz farm. Like, if you're on Turtle WoW, don't even bother doing the pre-biz farm, guys. There's so many guilds that are, the server is very progressed. So you can pretty much, like, I can go into Molten Core with this gear, get tier 1, you know, go to BWO, get tier 2. Like, I don't need to farm dungeons for gear, you know. I just don't think it's necessary. Just find a group, you know. Now maybe if you're progressing, see, the thing is, if you're doing a progression guild type of thing, you guys should be helping each other get gear anyways, because that's what it's about. Like, that's the fun part of getting pre-biz for me, you know. Just farming it as a group together, you know, farming different dungeons as a group. Yeah, I never really liked game dungeons, you know. They're okay. Like, it's like a crapshoot, you know. You never know if it's gonna be a good dungeon or not. And one of the things, I actually stopped taking on my druid in pug groups altogether, because I just didn't find it fun anymore. Now, if you want to find out why, I see a lot of videos why there's no tanks. Why is there no tanks in pug groups? I know the answer to this because I have tanked. It's just not fun to tank pugs. The simple answer. That's the reason. It's not fun to tank pugs. You know. People don't try to play with the tank. Okay. You know, they you know, for one thing, it's like people like the backseat tank. They try to tell the tank what to do. Oh, you should do this, you should do that. It's like, who are you to tell this guy? Unless he asks for help, you know? It's like there's some things this tank is doing that, like, I can say something, but why would I do that? It's like, you know, focus on yourself. That's what you should do. I focus on my gameplay. Now, if the tank makes a mistake, I try to see what I can do to help fix that mistake. That'll make you a better player. Don't try to focus on other people's mistakes in the game. You know? And that's just my advice if you're trying to, for the community, and if you're trying to get a tank for your group, you know. Yeah, I never backseat tank, and I've tanked a lot of dungeons on my druid. I've tanked thousands and thousands, like, you know. And it's like, I've had the experiences where, like, I've tanked for, like, geared groups, like, you know, raid geared, tier 3, whatever, but they think they're better than you, you know. Like, I'd rather have tanked for a guy in greens, you know. It's more enjoyable for me sometimes to tank for the noobs, you know. Like, so don't be that person, guys. Don't be that know-it-all dick, you know. I actually try to work with the tank at all times, you know, because I know how pain in the ass it is, you know, when you have somebody criticizing everything you do, okay? So I think that's one of the things that people can hopefully take away from my gameplay. You know, I don't pull extra mobs. I don't think I pulled an extra mob on purpose. I let him pull. Like, yeah, this guy likes to double pull, so I try to, like, make sure I'm not gonna die. if he does it, or make sure I try to be ready for that. But I don't tell him, hey, don't do that, or don't do this, or whatever. You know, like, it's not my job. My job is to go in. This is my job right here. Hey, with these suckers down. But unfortunately, these stupid things are blocking my channel. They're using the shield bash and bullshit like that. I can't hellfire. Yeah. Yeah, I think our team morale is really good at this point. We've kind of figured it out. I feel like at this point we've really figured out how to make it work. I have one guy, see, that one guy was on me, but he took it from me. He taunted off. I think that actually helped me get this off because I think he shield bashed in that channel. When he taunted, I think he actually shield bashed. So I was able to get off the full hellfire right there. And I freaking immolate that. Immolate the fire elemental like a nub. Like a nub, bro. You know, I'm wondering if I actually use Cursive Elements, if I can actually see right here. The tank gave me a regrowth, so that also tells me he likes what I'm doing. Little details like that, I think. Yeah, so I'm going in, I'm doing it. He's telling me to hellfire. He's telling me to do as much damage as this is the most damage you can do, guys. Right there, just don't even wait. One thing you can do is you can put dots on the elite before you hellfire. You can actually do that. Yeah, this guy's really annoying. He can heal. Yeah, you can put your agony, you can put your corruption on the elite, and then you go straight into the channel. All right, we're gonna fight the next boss. Yeah, Power Master. Long Grain or whatever. Power Master Long Grain or whatever his name is. Yep, go right in and keep him down and oh nice, we got a wand here. It does 13 fire damage. I thought this was a weapon because look at the model, it looks like a staff to me. Yeah, I should have equipped that. Okay, now we're gonna maybe I do equip it, but now we're gonna go into the next pack. Now here he's gonna double pull. This is a very dangerous pull to do a double pull. You need some fire res gear. Now the healers has to work really hard. And here I can't really go in. I have 2 enemies on me. That other enemy got loose somehow and started attacking me. Now I try to back into the tank. Here I should have went for the Haliterror. But I was kind of maybe afraid of doing that, but I think that was the right play right there to go to the Haliterror. But I think it's okay now. I think this Druid healer is very good. Yeah, he's worked really hard. Right here. Oh my gosh, I was so close. Yeah, I should. Yeah, he's a boom too. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, we're gonna have to take a little rest right there. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the next pack, and there's one fire elemental. It's on the tank. I feel like here I need to take out the fire elemental first. So I put some damage into that. Yeah, I focus more damage into him first. He's the dangerous enemy that needs to be dealt with. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna yeah, we're on our way to the vault area of the dungeon. This we had to go above the arena. We went across this bridge, and now we're in this room. In this room, we're gonna fight the enemies, and then we're gonna go to the vault, but we have to get through these packs. So these are basically packs you can just right here. This time, yeah, I get one Curse of Agony on that healing mob. Here I'm okay. I'm still fine. Yeah, so far so good. I think there's a quest mob in here too. Somebody needs this quest. Yeah, he lined of sight those packs, so they're gonna come right around this corner here. So I'm gonna be ready to meet them, and I'm gonna take him out. Okay, next pack there. Yeah, it's using this LOS. So if you see the tank's using the LOS spot, yeah, you know where the mobs are gonna end up. They're gonna end up right in the corner of that barrel, right, that front barrel. So I anticipate he's gonna do the same thing with this pack up here, or whatever he's pulling. So that's kind of why I stay there in the beginning, but I kind of move up. But I know he's coming. I anticipate him coming back. I guess no, there's only one enemy, so no, he's not going to do that. Yeah. So he's Darnig, Bloodbeard. Now the rest of the enemies pull. I think the rogue pulled it, but he vanished. I think because I saw him take damage. I think that's what happened. So good. We'd have to fight that one. I think it would have been okay, anyways. Yeah, we gotta follow the tank. Try to walk on that path right there. Have your pet on passive, which I do. Yeah, it's good to use LOS. When you use LOS, you cluster the enemies together into a ball. It's really important. It makes this a lot better when you do this right here. Yeah, right there I got hit with the shield bash again. I hate that enemy so much. Unfortunately, the intensity talent doesn't block the shield bashes. I think they still go through no matter what. It'll prevent the melee hits from interrupting my channel, but not that. It's fine though. It just slows us down a little bit. But I think we're going okay. We're going at a good speed. Okay, now I was anticipating going to the vault, but he actually jumps down. And I was bandaging. I had a sack my voiding. I fell down another one because I wanted out. And we're gonna fight 2 fire elementals. I have a shield on, so I'm okay. I'm not gonna die. But I get some health back here. Okay, now we're gonna go to the next boss, Lord Incendious. We actually need this guy for a quest too. He drops a quest item. I forgot what quest item it was. But this quest we got in Kargath, I believe. Alright, we're gonna fight Lord Incendious. Yeah, here you can't damage him with fire. So I don't go for immolate here. I just do Curse of Agony, and I use a Corruption, and I just Drain Soul and Shadow Bolts. he dies pretty quick. The hunter actually pumped him pretty good. Yeah. Savage Gladiator Chain, man. That's what he... Right there. Massive damage. That's good. Yeah, we have 2 more fire elementals, and then we're going to go to the next room. And in the next room here, it's actually where you could find the next boss, Finest. His name's Finest. He drops the item for the key, Dark Iron Legacy. That's the quest we're going to do. Yeah, those elementals do so much damage. And actually the druid armor, it doesn't stop the fire. It's elemental damage, so he's just soaking all of it. Yeah, if you have a fire res set on your druid, I'd recommend getting it because you can tank Molten Core with it. And I actually don't have a fire res set on my druid either, but if you do have it, it's a nice thing to have for this dungeon here. Okay, so now he's going in. Yeah, we put dots on the big one, and we AoE the rest down. And we got 3 of those. Yeah, we got those intact elemental cores. We need 10 of those. We should probably get them all here. Yeah, Finest Dark Fire. Finest Dark Fire. That's his name. So we're gonna find him, and yeah, he's gonna pull him back out. Yeah, launch our nuclear missile at him. We get him. Ooh, nice. So we got a senior designer pantaloons. Those are very nice healing legs. And actually the druid will need on those, so which is good. And he won them. It's awesome. Now those leggings are pretty good pre-raid. I did a pre-raid Abyss dungeon druid guide for raiding for healing, and those leggings right there, they're pretty good. Honestly, you can go to Molten Core with those. You'll be fine, guys. If you decide to heal with those in Molten Core, you can totally get by. Yeah, look at that. And I put dots on the big ones and just went for it for the channel. Yeah, I got a nice big one off right there. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, that AoE right there is so helpful. Yeah, here I'm trying to loot. I'm trying to loot the bodies, but now I need to get back to the fight. It's okay if I'm there a tad late, because I know what I'm gonna be doing right here. Do the same thing again. And do the same thing again. Yeah, we're just repeating the same thing again. It seemed to work well the first time. Nice. Yeah, I feel like here we figured it out. And also, now I communicate here that I haven't picked up the quest from the mob. I don't remember where the boss was at this point. So he's actually at the doorway. I pick up the iron fill where the boss died. I totally forgot. I was just focused on getting back into the fight. But I communicated that I needed the quest. I didn't do that over in Gilneas City. I didn't say I needed the quest. They're asking me if I have the key, and I don't. And yeah, this is my first Blackrock Depths on this character. So I let them know, hey, I need the key. So we need to go back and turn in this quest and get the key. Now once you come on the other side, this is where you're gonna find the vault area. So we're gonna go there next. Yeah, the Ragnaros Attune. Yeah, I took that quest, yeah. That quest is by the entrance of Molten Core. All you gotta do is talk to him, and deep in BRD you gotta go to this area that has packs of fire elementals. You'll see it a bit later. That's where we're gonna turn in that. You guys know about the attunement. Okay. Don't forget the loot. Here, I actually swapped to the Spellstone to see if it would help decrease the aggro. Just trying that out. The other one is the Wrathstone. Okay, so the Wrathstone, I haven't tried it. I was afraid to try it here because it increases your threat from fire spells. So I thought I would pull too much threat. So that's the reason why I didn't use it. So I don't know if it actually works that way or not. That's the one thing I need to test out. How much threat it would do. I don't know if that would be useful or not. Because it does lower the amount lost by Hellfire when you channel it. I believe by 35% or something like that. So it's a pretty good decrease. Here, I'm gonna launch the. Yeah, we just killed that first guy really quick. I thought he was dangerous. I don't know. I don't remember this boss too much. Ooh, we got a Barracks Leash. That's good for a hunter too, I believe. And nobody needed that, I guess. Yeah. Master Stilgis. Or Warder Stilgis, that's his name. Warder Stilgis. Now we're gonna open all the coffers. I only had one coffer key, so hopefully we have enough. I don't know if I actually have enough. I just communicate here that I ran out of keys. Everybody's opening up the coffers. I think we have enough. Do we? Do we have enough? There's only one left. Yeah, I didn't even open that chest. I opened the door, then I didn't open a chest. You can have it. Yeah, here I'm gonna put agony on all of them. And go for the Hellfire. Now the thing is with this pack here is that they're resisting my fire. I believe that I'm not doing full damage. I'm doing enough though. Our pets are actually tanking the boss. Or my Void Walker was taking the boss. There. Yeah, he took a beating from that guy. Yeah, now we can get the Heart of the Mountain. That's one of the quests that we needed. And also that chest can drop a good item. So that one has 11 int, 9 stamina, 7 spirit. And actually that is an upgrade over what I have, kind of, because I would have gave it to him if I would have won the roll anyways. I would have gave it to him. It's fine. I don't really care about it that much. Yeah, see, we got the Heart of the Mountain. We finished that one. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna head over to the next area. Now from here, we did kill Finest Darkfire. We got the Ironfell. And now we're backtracking. Now this is the way to get back to the area where we get the Shadowforge key. So he charges the pack. I guess we pull it somehow, or I don't know. Well, we're gonna get 2. Now my goal here is to have the Void Walker tank whatever thing's hitting the healer. So if I see the healer's getting hit, try to have him tank that. And here I go straight for the channel because I want to get the enemies dead. Yeah, there I go for Curse of Recklessness on that guy, just in case he runs or something. I don't know if he's gonna run, but he didn't. I think he could have ran into that little room right there. I just hate that when they run into the exact spot where there's gonna be more packs. It's like shitty luck happens. Okay, so we got, yeah, I had to say something here about holding up or waiting. Right here, actually, the hunter comes. Oh, this is one thing you could do as a hunter. So you see how he has his, I have that buff. It's a speed aura. I think it's called Aspect of the Cheetah or something like that. I haven't played a hunter yet, but he's staying with me, so he could run. He can help me catch up with everybody else. I have a speed boost now, 30%. It's actually really nice. It's so good. You can actually share that with your party. That's amazing. Yeah, it helps with stuff like this where you gotta run. Yeah, they're waiting for me to... That's good. Yeah, I just say thank you. People are patient. We just got the Shadowforge key, so now if you look up on the left side, it goes down, and if you go out that door on the left, you can actually get back to the entrance very quickly from there with the key. So next time I come to VRD, we can go the short way. We can go straight to this area if we want. Yeah, so we're on our way to the next boss here. The next boss is General Angerforge. And yeah, in this area here, there's going to be some packs of 3 enemies. Yeah, he's going to pull the second one. I just got to move and... I go for the agony. I wasn't sure how far this straight away. do run also. We gotta be careful of that. It's pretty much rinse and repeat, guys, on this part. Ooh, arcane gemstone. I think that gives mana per 5. Yeah, here we got, I think it's 4 enemies. Yeah, here I'm watching the healer, and he watched it. He got him off. Now we're going for it. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lot of damage here, but I'm ready to sack. So I sack my Voidwalker here. I'm getting heals, so I don't even resummon it. I just go straight for the channel again. Yeah, this is trust here. That was a trust hellfire. I trusted my group right there.
I don't like this place.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of heals. It's been every dungeon group I got into, I've been getting amazing heals. Yeah, appreciate that. That's really nice. Yeah, the fire elemental needs to be priority killed. Yeah, that gives 2 mana per 5 on your ring or your ambulance. Yeah, on Turtle WoW you can actually enchant your rings. There's a new profession. It's pretty good actually. Pretty good stats you can get on rings. Yeah, this is a really dangerous. I just try to get some enemies that hit me. This is the goal of what I'm trying to do right here. Because I'm trying to get the other elites to actually aggro me. I'm trying to get rid of aggro here because it took a lot. Yeah. I shielded. We got a tranquility. Another big heal right there. Yeah. I'm surprised none of us had died. I would have thought some of us would have died by now. But, you know what? We made it. I want to. Yeah, my goal was to have one of them being attacked by the Voidwalker, so I did absorb a little bit. Okay, so the next boss is Angerforge. Now he starts off with some ads. So my job is to kill those. So that's what I'll be focusing. I'll put my dots on the Angerforge and go right for the channel. We killed the ads. They're already gone. Put our, yeah, we just put a rotation, guys. That's pretty much it. Now here you can use Shadow Bolt instead of Drain Soul. If you want. This is what I do here. I go for a couple of Shadow Bolts. Shadow Burn. Yeah. He dropped a nice axe. Oh, and when he dies, he actually summons more adds, so we just go in and finish those off. Yeah, we're running low. There was actually 2 elites. I didn't know that. I thought they were all normal enemies, but he summons 2 elite enemies with his adds at the end.
Send me back.
Alright, so we walked across and we're gonna go to the next area. Yeah, this area, we have a boss up there. It's his name is Golem Lord Anglemach. So, but before we fight him, you actually should clear all the packs. You need to. I believe the boss, if you don't do that, the boss will pull all the packs into the room with him. So it does need to be cleared. At least on Classic that was the case. Now I think it's the same for the server. I've never actually, I don't remember, but yeah, just clear the packs. And here you guys kind of know what I'm going to do by now. Yeah, do that. Pretty much. He dropped a nice little recipe there. Yeah, he's gonna use LOS. So now that tells me they're gonna bunch up into a little ball, go in, and yeah, same strategy. Dot the elite and run it, do your thing. It's kind of my strategy. Seems to work okay. We got 2 elites, a red golem and a gray golem. Let's see, ready. He doesn't like me. Yeah, we gotta get that next one. Don't forget that one, guys. That one's easy to forget if you don't look. Yeah, look at those 223s. Touch the screen. 223, 223. We got an enchant weapon, Demon Slaying. Oh, that's good. Apparently, I believe the first boss of the new raid is a demon, so might be something to consider, you know? Having a weapon with Demon Slaying on it. Not sure if it works on him, but try. Yeah, I kind of see he's been he's by himself attacking that golem. I thought he was gonna pull that into the column there. That's fine. we made it to the next part. And now we're gonna fight the Golem Lord. And he has two adds with him. Now here I'm gonna try it. Now I should prioritize he didn't mark anything, but I should prioritize maybe the boss. Or what I do here, I just go for maximum on everything. Here, I did sack my Voidwalker or he died, and I was low. I had felled him up so I can fell down. Yeah, he was on me for a second, but our tank, he took him off. Ooh, a Luminary kill drop. That's a pretty good Druid. You can use that for healing too. You can use that for healing. You can also use that for DPS. Moonkin as a pre-raid item for Moonkin. So you use it. It's a pretty versatile item. It's pretty good. So our Druid has gotten a couple drops. He got the hands and he got the legs. He got some pretty good stuff. Yeah, here, yeah, he pulled 4 of those elementals. These things hurt. So I'm trying to focus one down so that there's only 3 hitting him instead of like 4. Yeah. Here I could have actually went for the Hell of Terror. I had enough room to go for it. But the healer did an amazing job keeping him up, because I know it's pretty tough for a Druid healer to keep up health. That much stuff hitting him. But now the good thing about the update, now the Druid got an update. They have a new talent. It's called the Efflorescence. So if you have your rejuvenation on target, your regrowth does more healing. It's really good for keeping up a tank with HOTS. Yeah, if I'm healing on Druid, I might have to shift out of there, that tree form, and just spam healing touch in that situation is. So they broke the barrels, and when you break the barrels in here, the ads come out. So, yeah, he's pulling that one back in. Yeah, the hunter pulled that one back in. Now, you know what time it is. 2:23 time. I'm staying. Did I go for it again? Yeah. I don't give a shit, guys. I'm going for it again. Look at that. I shield right there. You know, at this point, I'm 99% confident I'm not gonna die doing that. Just by what's happened so far. So, you know. And the group approves of me doing what I'm doing. I played, okay, now controversial, but I played with the Warlock in Karazhan 10, and he was spamming this, but he was spamming his AoE, but he died so many times. Like, he didn't die that many times, but he would, he didn't die, but he took a lot of mana to heal him. And he didn't have a Voidwalker. So he had no safety net. Yeah, it's a totally different thing. Yeah, we're going to the next part. Now we're inside the bar, and we're going to talk to this guy, Pugler Spazrig. You gotta buy these dark iron ale mugs, and you have to toss them at the patrons here. And open this door, so we did that. We opened the door. Yeah, here we got 2 fire elementals. Now I'm gonna try to focus one down. So see the hunter down. He's got control of 2 of them. And here I I think I can go for the Halotera right here. Now that actually relieves a lot of pressure off the tank. The enemies cannot attack while they're feared, so. And I knew it was kind of safe. I knew it was pretty safe to go for it there. Yeah, I'm doing single target against those elementals. Yeah. Here he can use the corner, but he charges in. But now that guy's going, see right there, I grab it with that Void Walker. He ran to the healer, do you see that? And then I drag it back. Yeah, you want to do that as a DPS. The tank he was already way up there and he wasn't ready to grab him. You don't want the healer taking damage. So I was able to have him out there. I just wait till they got into that position where I can go for the AoE there. Alright, so nice. Now we're in the Chamber of Enchantment. We're gonna fight our next boss. Yeah, Amberson Flame Lash. Yeah, this is a fire elemental Naga. Yeah, he summons these fire adds too when you fight him. You'll see the adds come out. Now there's one issue. There are here he's running around. I think he's doing that so he doesn't get hit by the adds. I could go for the Halotera here. Oh, I do actually go for that. So I go for the Halotera, and I relieve the. Now there's even more adds coming. He's immune to Immolate too. Okay, I just have him dot. I go for that. I thought I can AoE, maybe. I guess not. And this, I made 2 mistakes. Those 2 mistakes right there. Yeah. But this is the first time I fought this guy with the Warlock. So, this is a learning experience, you know? You'll fight an enemy and you don't know how to fight it. You mess up and then you just remember next time what you should be doing. And right there, I didn't do where I was supposed to. I did a pretty good play with the Hell. I think that was the right play, but the Immolate and the Hellfire, yeah, I should have knew that. I should have known not to do that. It's okay. Yeah, these guys, they do little arcane explosions. I'm just gonna go. Yeah, we kill those guys pretty quick. Yeah, we just have one more pack. Dots on the main guy, and then I probably could have. I actually used my berserking here. I only get 1 shadow bolt. Okay, now we're gonna go to the Summoner's Tomb. This area has a bunch of different summoners. You talk to this guy up here, Doomrel. This starts the event. You gotta fight 7 different types of humanoids. Each of those, they fight like each of the classes. So you'll fight like a warrior type, a rogue type, a warlock, a hunter, a priest. Now this guy is a paladin, I believe. he has a shield, and it looks like a paladin hammer. So on each of these guys, I'm just doing a simple rotation of Immolate and Corruption and Drain Soul. And yeah, because curses don't actually work. I tried to curse each one of them, but they're immune to curses. I don't know why, but they are. Interesting. So I can't curse them, so I just have to put 2 dots and Drain Soul there. This guy's a mage. He does Ice Nova, Frostbolt. Yeah, the guy's not... Those first 2 guys weren't that difficult. The next one here, it looks like... Is that a rogue type? It looks like he's like doing evasion or something. Yeah, he's dual wielding, so I think he's a rogue. And this guy has a 2-handed sword. I think he's a warrior because he did a whirlwind right there. He did a cleave. And we just have, I believe, 3 left. Yeah, 3 left. Okay, this next guy, I think he's a priest. Yeah, he's a priest. He did a mind blast. And he did it. I think he did a renew or something. Not that that guy was really easy. Haha. Yeah, this guy's he's doing a Shadow Bolt, so maybe he's a Warlock. I don't see any pets. Alright, here's the last guy. Yeah, this is a hunter. He did it. Or maybe that was our hunter. No. He's frost trapped. Yeah, so that was our hunter. He summoned the Voidwalker, so I guess this is a summoner. Anyways, we take care of the summons right after. Yeah, that trap is very white. He's saying it hurts his eyes. Yeah, it actually makes you lag too. If you have a really bad computer, or it's really graphic intense, it makes you lag a lot. This chest can drop 2 different items. Has a 12 spirit, 28 spirit legs. Well, that's pretty good. 12 int, 28 spirit. And the Ghost Shroud. It's pretty good for a hunter or a rogue to get it. Or even a druid can get that too. Trail druid can even wear that. Now this area is where we do the molten core attunement. We need the core fragment. So we're gonna fight these 3 elementals. There's also something called the lava run. So if you see the left right there, there's another elemental that's guarding a forge. You can smelt some dark iron ore, and also that leads to an area like a ledge where you do the lava run. So you can actually we fought Lord Ascendius, you could jump down, walk along the side of this mountain, in this cavern. There's like a walkway you can walk on the edge, and you'll be able to get to this area right here if you walk along there. It's a shortcut. We took the long way. We actually fought through everything, and we're here. I believe I'm the only one that needs this entombment, so everybody's helping me out, trying to get the entombment. Yeah, here I am putting dots. I think I need to focus one down, so I got my Berserking up. Gonna hit Shadow Bolt. Nice. Now I got my entombment. Hooray! I can go to Molten Core. I might actually raid Molten Core one day on this character. I don't know. I like playing it, but we'll see. We'll see, guys. If you guys want to see that, let me know. If you want to see me raid on this Warlock, I'm gonna probably use a different build, perhaps, or maybe keep the same build for maybe the first couple times. Yeah, I'll adjust my build as I go. Now this is kind of cool. So we need a torch, Shadow Forge, fire torch guy, Flamekeeper, Shadow Forge Flamekeeper. This guy, you have to loot 2 torches, and then there's 2 braziers in the back. You have to ignite the braziers. It's cool because the rogue can actually sneak. He did that. He snuck in and he killed the enemy by himself, and he took the torch. So we avoided packs. Now here, this is where I'm gonna be. This is my job right here. It's just to basically just mow down these packs. They only have 650 health or 700 health, so I get, we just take him out, AoE him down. Try to get to a good spot. I'm trying to find the best spot where I can hit all of them. Nice. Okay, we have one brazier that's one brazier that is lit, so we just need the second one now. We need one more torch, so he's looking for the pack with the next Flamekeeper. I think we see one up there. Yeah, we see one up there, so we kind of have to backtrack a little bit. Yeah, it's fine. With me here, it's gonna this part's a little dicey if you don't have an AoE. Yeah, I try to get into the middle where I can hit all of them. And we did it. Oh, now I can loot this. Wait. So I loot it. Nice. And now I gotta go to the brazier. I gotta turn it around. Yeah, this is a really big one. Look at that. Look at that. 223, guys. Yeah, that feels really good. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get up here. You can actually get up there. You don't have to aggro the packs. Okay, so we're ready for the next boss, and this room has it has traps. The walls shoot fire, so if you're near the wall, you'll take damage. I believe these like lamps are where the fire comes out. Now he's gonna pull it back. Usually I go up to where he is, but he wants to pull it back, so we're just gonna stay right here. And we're gonna wait. Yeah, I'm getting hit by that. Yeah, it's the wall. The wall's shooting out fire. I don't know where I could stand. Maybe I could stand. I think where I'm standing right now is not the best. I think where that hunter is. No, the hunter's getting hit too. Everybody's getting hit by the fire. One thing I could do here is I can use my Voidwalker sack to block the fire. I didn't think about that. Yeah, see, I'm getting pushed back. I should have sacked my Voidwalker here. It's okay. Yeah, this area is not the safe area. We took a lot of damage, but it's okay. We made it out. We made it out just fine. Perfect. Now we can cross. I need to, yeah. Now this is going to be the last room of the dungeon. We're almost finished, guys. So far it's been a pretty good run. It's been good. We haven't wiped yet. And we got most of our quests done. There's a couple of quests we didn't do. But yeah, overall I think it was a good run anyways. I know if I want to do this again, I have to get more quests. There's more quests to do. There's a lot of quests related. Okay, so yeah, he LOS pulled the first pack. Yeah, you know what time it is. Yeah, I'm checking there's one elite in there. Yeah, it was on me for a second. I just went for the burst down. Yeah, we have to clear all the enemies in this room. If you don't, the boss will... When you engage the boss, the whole room will aggro and you'll pull all the enemies to you. So they all have to be dead. So that's what we're doing. We're clearing this out. Yeah. a second enemy to get to us. Oh. Yeah, here, that was pretty good. I was able to keep my channel going the whole time. That was amazing. Look at that. Big fucking damage. Yeah, we're rolling right now. We're rolling. Yeah, I'm back up to full. Oh, right there, the healer's getting hit. That's a mistake right there. See, he's down below half. Yeah. We made a mistake. We didn't put our pets on that enemy. Yeah, even the normal enemies here, they're dangerous. Yeah, he took a lot of damage. So. Now that happened because I think because I was getting healed by his pot. Maybe that's the reason. Not 100%. Yeah, gotta get rid of the soul shards. Yeah, I want to get that gray because it's worth a lot of gold. The grays can be worth 1 to 2. Now it might be worth 2 gold. A gray axe, you can sell that to the vendor. Yeah, right there, that was a good one. That's kind of how I want every pull to go, just like that. Yeah, I got 2 on me. I don't care. Yeah, honestly, I don't care. I feel okay. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of support. It feels amazing. Yeah, so this is the last fight. Yeah, we're here. We made it to Emperor Dagum Therazan and Princess Moina Therazan. So right here, I'm going to put my pet on the Emperor. Now, my goal right there is to relieve pressure off. He hits really hard, so if I can have my Voidwalker tank it, I'm going to have him tank it. He's actually tanking it right now, see? He's absorbing a lot of damage. And we're bursting down this princess. He got down to 300, my Voidwalker. I soul funnel it back up. He still has aggro, he's still absorbing damage. And he's doing, yeah, Voidwalker did amazing. Yeah. That was textbook perfect, I think. Now here, I try to put Immolate, mistake. He has immunity to Immolate. I didn't know that. Here I go for a Soulfire. I think it take too long, yeah. I should have went for Shadow Bolt right there. It's okay, we're gonna fix that. We're gonna go for the Shadow Bolt. Shadow Burn, get him. Nice, we got him. Wow. Alright, well we finished that. Oh, Robes of the Royal Crown. Yeah, that's an upgrade for us. Huge upgrade. In stats and spell power and everything. So we're going to need on that. Emperor's Cape, that's really good for hunters and rogues and stuff. It's actually a cool transmog because it's a translucent cape or invisible cape. So if you don't like the cape appearance, you can transmog. And everybody real agreed on the text, which is pretty good, you know. So I think overall this run was very good, and I had a lot of fun playing this run. Yeah. So people were asking about the ancient warfare text. That's for weapon skill quest. All I know is that you can get 5 weapon skill using that. So it's a pretty good item. Yeah, so we finished that run. Yeah, shout out to my group for doing a really good run. Really enjoyed playing with you guys, and yeah, we're just gonna we'll sit ourselves right there in the chair. And you can actually sit into this throne, so yeah, I take a little picture. Sit there. So yeah, we made it to the end. I really enjoyed doing these videos, leveling this warlock.
Don't touch what you can't
It's
afford.
been fun. It's been a lot of work at the end because I was editing. I've been editing these videos for you guys, and hopefully you guys like them. You know, if you guys want to see more of these videos, I would appreciate if you guys gave me a like. It really helps me a lot. Like, it's not for money or anything. It's just like telling me, hey, you guys want to see it. So, you know, it's hard being a YouTuber. I wouldn't even say I'm a YouTuber. It's just a hobby, you know. But I like creating these videos. You know, I'm kind of an artistic person. I like to create things, and it gives me something to do and a sense of meaning.
What brings you here?
So, if I can help you guys with anything, you know, I like to be part of the community more, and hopefully make some friends in the game. That'd be kind of cool while I'm doing this.
Be careful.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we were just talking about, yeah, I remember he did that tranquility in the dungeon. There's like a visual bug where you can still see it, even if after the cast is over. It'll stay there for a long time. Yeah. It's a funny little bug.
Strength and honor. Go.
Yeah, we did so many quests. We're turning in all the quests that we did. Heart of the Mountain, and we're turning in the Rise of the Machines and Kargath. We get this Azir Moon Amis. It's just for transmog, I guess, really. The one I got in BRD is better. So I kind of just want to get a transmog. And we're returning to Molten Core, so we can actually play Molten Core if we want.
Time is of the essence.
That's amazing. Yeah, so I'm going to show you my final talent build. So 7 in Affliction. I put 31 points in Demo. If you guys want to see a guide on this Warlock build, let me know. And if you guys have different Warlock builds used for leveling and raiding, tell me in the comment what those are. And there's always pros and cons to every build. Now it's showing you my gear. We just got that in BRD. We got that Elite Quest in Hinterlands. That's in Gilneas. And we got that in Sunken Temple Quest. And we just got that in BRD, that fire wand. And we got that in Blasted Lands. And we got that in Hinterlands, the Elite Quest. Now I've had that ring since the beginning, the Signet Dorotar. And we just got that today. We did a quest for that in Blasted Lands. Okay ring. I believe that's for another Elite Quest. And that's in Temple, Sunken Temple, and that's in BRD. And I crafted those. So the gear I have is... Now this isn't pre-raid BIS. There's more upgrades to get. Like I said, you probably don't need to do that because, you know, there's a lot of groups that are farming Molten Core anyways, guys. I would just suggest to do Zul'Gurub and Molten Core just with this. All you gotta do is get just use your consumables, to be honest, and you'll be fine. You know, in a couple raids you'll be geared up and you'll be fine. So yeah, so overall I had a really great time, and this is gonna be the last video of this series. The next series, possibly if I do this again, will be a mage, but let me know if you want to see a different class, if you play a different class, and also give me any feedback on the videos, and you know, I appreciate any likes and comments, and yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing back from you guys. I enjoyed this content, but yeah, I'm looking at the total time played. 8 days, 2 hours and 46 minutes. We spent 6 hours on this level. So really, we spent, you know, 7 days and 20 hours getting to 60. Is it the fastest time? No, I wasn't going for speed, guys. I was going for just completion. See, I did 879 quests. We did die 53 times. That's kind of... Most of those deaths were fighting elites. I could tell you that. Chewing off more than we could chew.